Here we go. Here we go. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here we go. Let me set
Good
that
morning.
up. Set that up. All right. So I don't have to apologize to Instagram this morning, Shanice, because I got banned on TikTok for a week. So we're going live on Instagram on my phone.
So
Oh, man, listen, it's always something. It's always something, man. Listen. Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, all the places. Got some coughing. So we have a special guest. We got a real special guest with us today. We are going to be talking about business credit, business funding, business lines of credit, personal funding, personal lines of credit, all things, that can benefit you, turning liabilities into assets, getting OPM. If you guys have been following us, you should know what OPM is. I live by it. 2023 is all OPM. The banks aren't touching my money this year. So, her name is. Wait, are we calling you the Lone Wolf, or should I give him the other one?
Give me the Lone Wolf. But
right.
I do have a name.
So it's Miss Gunther. She is the owner, CEO of the Lone Wolf, and she specializes in all types of funding. So, Ash, if you can give,
I don't remember last time I've been called Miss Gunther.
Hey, look, I try to be professional at times. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to say the Miss last name, the Mister. Yeah, Shanice, just.
At least you didn't call me Miss.
I miss nothing.
There's some people
We're live on YouTube. You gotta relax.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
Hey, Michelle. Michelle's here. Good morning. Good morning. All the way from Missouri. Hey, Missouri's in the house. All right. So, Lone Wolf, can you give us a little bit about your background so the people know who we're talking to?
So a lot of people go to do what you do. I love that question. College. I'm from the back. From an early age, I was told I wasn't going to be, so that kind of bothered me. So a few days after I turned 21, I moved to Nashville. Eventually, after being injured in Nissan North America for 3 years assembling, I got injured and discovered marketing. I discovered an MLS. I had a really good friend of money online, and I'm like, and so that's what got me. And then, so I was for 3 years. I created something called.
They saying you breaking up. Jude said you're breaking up. You're a little choppy for me. I can hear you, but it is a little choppy.
I got full bar right next to the router, so I don't really, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. I'm not sure because you had one bar, but then you whatever you did, you fixed it. So it's all the bars. If she is choppy, that's what I was gonna say. We just gonna work our best to get it.
Bars, and I'm so sorry. I've been having internet issues for weeks, and if I do, so sorry if I am choppy. My first coaching program was, and I had a student from there ended a finance company in 2018. I don't know anything about finance, really. I still, in February of 2018, I started my financial career history to date, we've done nearly approvals and we've helped over 17,000. Now I obsess daily about Lend Company. We have 100 referral partners a year with whether it's startup funding.
All right. Oh, don't mind me. If you see me, I should have warned you in the beginning. So I talk to the phone. So sometimes I'll mute my mic and you'll see me talking. It's not me trying to talk to you. I'm talking to them. I'm answering them as they ask questions. So we got the background. I got you. Look, we got people. Look, they loving you. They popping in.
I know. Well, shoot, I've literally met.
All right, so here we go. So as always, we have our starter questions. Instagram, you guys, everybody that's here watching, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them. As she's answering questions, as we're answering questions, we will we'll stop and answer for you guys. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so our first question is how can I determine what type of business loan I should get?
Oh, that one. So people don't know what they don't know. And what I'm seeing on actually is all these giving out information that are completely incorrect. The people promoting no doc loans, several loans. I see the EG. So unfortunately, the platforms that we're going to for information is a lot of these pros are giving. So like you and I spoke about it. If I'm going to get a business loan, I want to get, we do is we grab our phone and we go to Google. Let's ask our friends on Facebook, which is crazy. But we go to Google, we type in. So we go to Google and we type in business lines of credit, startup loans, whatever list of all these lenders. And some of them are absolutely terrible, be at the top. So you get all these. So what you do is you go to their website. I offer everything. My company, the other companies do too. So if you go to, it's a popular one people know. They are. So what you do is you go and you apply for the bid. You're going to decline or an approval offer. Realize pre-approvals aren't real approvals. Because of a few data points, you might get this loan. Okay, what pre-approvals are. They think, oh, I'm going to get this loan. A few data points gave them some information. So if you were to go on Google, you type options, you start applying. Well, people don't go one of those companies. They're going to offer advance. It doesn't matter if you qualify for a line of credit, SBA 7A. They're going to say, nope. Here's so an MCA, a merchant cash advance, isn't. It can't even be called a loan in the loan. If you were told this is a loan, right, and the company is under like legal, completely throw away the contract loan with false. If a regular person outside of people that know are to go online to me, how can I get a business loan? They're going to go to apply. They won't know what an MCA is, and indicate them. They'll say, "Here's your offer. Do you want it?" People are finding themselves.
Hey, Ash.
Go ahead, Shanice. Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off. You are chopping up. I don't know if it's me. I tried to see if it was I checked my settings and everything.
I have full bar.
I don't know. I'm gonna make a suggestion. I don't know if you're on your phone or are you on your phone or on your laptop?
Laptop.
There we go. Who?
Can you see? And I hate to do this like mid broadcast because you were perfectly clear before we start, before we were live, but I don't want, because you're giving really good information. I understand it, but we had a prior conversation. You know what I mean? I don't want somebody that is, just seeing this or jumping on to like completely miss what you're saying, because it's too many con artists out here. And I don't know if I want to call them con artists. Some of them, they're knowingly con artists. And then, some are accidental because they just don't know. You know what I mean? And I don't want the message to get missed because the signal is like chopping up. Again, I can hear it. It's hit and miss for me, but I don't want somebody else to, like Jude said, it was choppy. And it keeps happening like every so often.
Sure. I got it on my phone.
That's perfect.
Okay. Yeah. You hear me now?
Perfect.
This whole time I was talking with my mic.
Hopefully.
Jesus Christ.
I was
But
like,
it's good because I got T-Mobile, y'all, and T-Mobile it doesn't always show out for me either.
Look, the phone came through clear. We can hear you clear now. I was sitting there talking too. I didn't know my mic was muted. I was talking to IG for a second. But yeah, Shanice, she got it. We good.
All right, perfect. Shanice, you good?
Can you ask the question again, and then just in case somebody might have missed it, ask it again, and Ashley, summarize what you said.
We're gonna do a start over, guys. Later, everybody, listen. We all waking up. Let's act like the internet didn't wake up yet. Let's do a reset. All right. So the question was, how can I determine what type of business loan I should get?
Sure. And before you determine something, the thing is you're going to go on to Google, hopefully, and you're going to search, right? And that's what most of us do, right? We're searching to find the information because we're not credit repair and credit. Why are we magically educated on business funding? So we're going to do one of two things. We ask social media, which I made a joke about because that's just silly, or we Google business loans. What type of business loans are out there, or where can I get a business loan? And you can still.
Dang. It did the same thing. Oh my God.
This girl froze. Like she froze this time.
A super technical difficulty, y'all. I blame KP.
She froze, y'all. Listen. It could be me. Damn, she dropped. She dropped.
1 second. Let me just see if I can get off my Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Look.
I know with like Restream, if you're logging into the app, I don't even know if she can hear me. Let me do I wait?
I'm about to say you might as well just wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
Here you go. Now you got the crowd. Now you got the crowd yelling. Here you go. Yes, KP is the issue. Somebody, we see your name. We know it's you.
Good job, T. Good job. Yeah, it's always his fault.
Hey, look, while we get these technical difficulties situated, I wanted to talk about I was gonna freestyle this morning. I was like, you know what? We're gonna talk credit, we're gonna talk all types of stuff. It says, oh, you can see it now. Yeah, it's weird. I told y'all. So every Wednesday we come on here and we talk to y'all and we tell y'all it's like sometimes we see y'all, sometimes we don't, sometimes the names pop up, sometimes they don't, but it looks like we going crazy today. Like we got all names. I didn't even see Facebook user. Instagram, somebody jumped on the Instagram and asked to join. I invited them in. It was somebody's baby hit the button. We having fun today.
That baby really wants to know about business.
He was like, this is the crazy thing. I might not be able to show y'all on the screen, but it was all I saw was this.
That's amazing.
It was all forehead. And I was
it turned into a mini Mace music video. We had y'all old enough for that, right? That's my target audience.
I remember Mace. With the puffy jacket, him and Diddy.
Yeah, but like, how old are you? Like,
I'm 33. That was prime Diddy and Mace.
I'm just making sure. Okay, you in your Pippin year. I'm proud.
Hey, look, that was Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott. That's when they was all dun 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 dun. All right. I was looking for you on TikTok. Oh,
You
Tiff,
like
I'm
that we have perfect connection when we're not talking about nothing.
sorry.
Like, as soon as she got talking, I was like, she was like, and then you go to Google and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
It's like the lenders don't want me to tell I've been dropping some serious secrets and getting so much trouble because guys, like, the information that I have in the industry, very few people have. Like, there's a huge difference between funds lending companies because all these other lending experts, they weren't taught Google or TikTok or YouTube. Like, I was taught by underwriters of all the top by their internal teams. I was given their data points, their sales team. I'm talking about one lender. I'm talking about hundreds of lenders for 2 years. NAV's primary line of credit lender is Headway Capital. I was trained by Headway Capital, tattoo on my back. I'm laying down. I got my phone up. The guys are like, okay, so we're going to, they're like, wait a second. Is one of your reps getting tattooed? I'm like, yeah, man, I can't miss the. So it's like the information that I have, other people have. Mm-hmm. So the ones that are making these, and that's why I said, shoot, I got to get on Instagram. I got to get on YouTube because the information isn't correct. So fingers crossed. You go to Google to apply for a business loan. You dare anyone to do it right now. You go to Google, you type in.
Damn. Hey, that we
Just
can't make this up. We can't make this up. Y'all all heard how clear she was. It was clear as day. And as soon as she started talking about,
tell her not to say Google no more when she come back on her, because I swear to God,
we got trigger words. You can't say Google. You can't say business funding simultaneously. You can't say credit. We gotta talk around trigger words. So y'all,
is that what it is?
I promise you, every time you say you go to Google and then whatever your next move is, freeze. So
Google, she must have did.
You go to a search engine that I shall not. This is weird, y'all.
Yeah, she did, Tiff.
You know I'm a conspiracy. Don't get me started. All right. Look. So what you do is you look up your options, and what you realize is you're going to start applying. Everyone offers it in minutes. Find out what you qualify for in minutes. I'm going to be very careful with my words. And what happens is you apply for the same program over and over again in your merchant cash advance. So what newer businesses aren't realizing is information. Nobody's consulting them. They just get an offer or decline. And so a lot of people are getting in that can really, really hurt their business. So that's why you want to work with an expert like me from other companies that actually know the inside out. So like for my company, and you apply, you fill out the intake form, we're literally looking at a place you into a program because there are several different types of funding. You have loans, you have lines of credit, you have a business term loan, you have a business line of credit. Box and Cabbage, they offer lines of credit, but they're not business. They're not business. They're not approve you as low as 600. A real business line of credit, you have to have 650 plus. So like a Headway can do that, a Blue Vine and On Deck. But
she said a specific Joan again. She said Blue Vine. I don't know, man. Listen.
I don't look. I'm gonna tell you what I know. Ashley is very knowledgeable. I don't know why the internet is against her today. She is.
It's been so bad, y'all. It really has.
This I need it. we need this. I'm gonna ask Kim to get me like the little clips because right now we need that R. Kelly the R. Kelly one. That y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with
R.
this.
Kelly.
Yeah,
I got
real.
roped
Like,
into watching this thing, man. And I'm not trying to talk about no R.
Look,
Kelly.
nah. You know, I'm talking all memes, man. We ain't going depth. Look, we got people here though. Look, we got some viewers. They trying to listen. They trying.
I'm trying to be real
it's
careful.
funny.
I'm trying to. It's crazy.
Man,
All right, let's do this.
Be like,
let's
I know,
switch it.
I know.
Let's switch it. Let's switch to the next one. Maybe the next question. And we'll double back if anything because we want to make sure we get this out to y'all, right? So the next question is, and this is a very important question. I need y'all to listen to this one because this is my question. I know the answer already, but listen. Does my personal credit matter when trying to get a business loan or business credit?
Yes. I had a lovely man yesterday in our follow-ups. So following up any texted a guy if he was still interested in funding. And the guy was like, yeah, what do you asked a series of questions. We ask the same questions every time, but one of the first questions is, what's your experience? And the guy was like,
bro, what KP? Like,
what am I supposed to do? Listen, we apologize. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't make the connection fix, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the last guest host we had that had this connection was Carlina, right? When Carlina came on like a month ago.
Yeah.
So we apologize. Listen, it's technical difficulties. I think the reason it's happening is because I didn't apologize to IG before we started.
I told you.
And you triggering.
So
or something like.
And you know what? Like right now, ain't nobody using the internet in the house right now, and are using the internet. But for the last 2 weeks, I've had the worst internet issues since with the power grid. And I did. Oh my gosh, my poor referral partners went through an hour and a half on a Zoom. So I don't know what's going on. We have the fastest internet, but sometimes people.
So
I like to watch KP's.
I'm like, so it dropped again.
Right, so when we're talking about the C words, CREDIT, it always matters. Whether you go into your bank, you go to the credit union, that's one of the first things they look at. We have these fake gurus going around teaching that you can avoid that bad, you know what. And you could get a CPN. You can avoid bad sweep. You can avoid bad, you know what, and you can just establish business. See, the thing about the business side is your personal will still be looked at. It doesn't, even if it's a soft pull. Well, then the next step is, well, if you're pulling my credit, then it's not a PG. No, these two aren't necessarily looking for, I want to avoid my bad, you know what, and I want, and it's like the business, you know what, I feel so weird saying that. Different. It's not like what most people are being taught. In fact, to a years of credit, I said the word. Hold on, pause. To establish multiple for the goal of getting a loan or a line of credit, that's actually not the way you do. Lenders care about your net 30 lines. In fact, those net fees leave you more vulnerable to a late payment or a mispayment, which will destroy your. So guess what happens? It's better to not have any established than to have bad. Regardless of the program, even the super good ones, all the way down to an MCA, you get an approval. You will go through underwriting, and then during the background check, they have bad, you know what? Boom, done, declined. It happens all the time. I have seen many times because all last year, everyone was talking about the biz. ES do this. We can totally separate our business and nothing's in our name and blah, blah. If you sign off on a document for a loan or a line, whatever,
There it is. I'm back.
She said a lot that said credit and it dropped it. It dropped it.
I was talking with IG. I'm trying to translate for IG because it is kind of choppy. So what I'm doing is, as she's talking, I'm translating it to IG.
Translating. Oh, I need to.
You're reading the message to IG, not translating.
It's sign language, but with my voice.
That's not. I'm out.
Language with voice. I feel realizing that in real life.
Oh, man. Come on, man. What they say on the Gladiator? Are you not entertained? This is why they come here every Wednesday. Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Clearly, Charnice isn't entertaining anybody. They want to come to see the KP.
We're gonna be entertained.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody say we came here for KP. Like,
look, on IG, they say voice language. That's a way of translation.
Oh my God.
Oh man, she froze.
So, to sum up what she said, y'all, your personal credit matters when you're dealing with loans for your business as well as business credit. Going the longer way around for like the net 30 accounts or the EIN only, no PG accounts, it really does take longer to build your business credit. So if you want to go longer and you want to, put your financials at risk by potentially risking a late payment because maybe you're not staying up on your calendar or when your payment dates are due, you can take that risk if you want to. But I, as well as Ashley, neither one of us recommended, if you get your personal credit together, literally just PG everything. It doesn't matter. When it comes to loans, there is no separation anyway. MCAs for businesses are the devil. They're business killers.
Listen, they absolutely are. And people will be like, well, don't you? Of course I will. Sometimes it makes sense. So an MCA is really fast funding. I want you to imagine you get a call and you're like, yo, Tori, I gotta let it, I need 25K for it, but if you can get it today or tomorrow for 25K, that's called an opportunity. Right. Now, most people, the wealthy people and the people that do well, they always leverage flow. Then you have people that maybe don't have the cash flow. And if you only have, let's say, 35, 25K, you probably should not liquidate yourself, right? So in an opportunity to get super fast funding because, whoa, I'm going to get inventory 50% off, it's already going to give me extra profit margin, it can make sense. You also have credit. MCAs were created for bad, I keep forgetting we can't use that word. So if you have really bad, if you're in the 500s, listen, you either get a decline. So if you have strong ROI, return on investment, and the turnaround time makes sense, I have given MCAs and the client has flourished. But that is because there's an action about the goals. And I add a prepay incentive. I'm not charging someone in a fee that's a secret fee that nobody knows about, like all these other people. I want you to imagine, but 25 of it goes to a fee. 25,000 goes to a fee, and you don't know that exists because it's built into the terms. But you're clueless. That's what the brokers are doing. They're charging between 10 and 25% extra on top of it. So when you get that deposit, 25% of it's pay that on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
That's why MCA is crippled. Brokers are. I know I'm breaking up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
We trying.
I know I've been dying to get it. It's like I should have wore a plaid shirt so Sharnice, thank you for that.
Because I'm listening, I'm like, yeah, you're right. But when you chop up, I will interject because I do need people to understand, like, at first I was like, I'm going to teach people, business credit with no PG. And while it can be good for some people, only when you're building your personal credit, that's the only time I would ever suggest no PG business stuff because it takes a longer time. So to have another person in the industry, reconfirm what I'm already saying, like I need people, to understand your personal credit matters. My mentors have already told me, like, if you don't have good credit, and it's speaking to everybody in the room, if you don't have good credit right now, and this was in 2022, get ready because you have to brace yourself for what's coming for first and second quarter in the new year. And I was like, well, what does that mean? Get your finances together, get your credit together, because this is going to be a major shift for a lot of people. And people don't understand that. They want to, I'll just wait for it to fall off my credit. Why? You're literally wasting days, wasting moments, not getting it together. If you have the capital to pay debts off and get them removed, pay with the intention to get it removed from your credit, continue doing that. You know what I mean? And then have conscious spending habits, get your personal credit together. There is no way around it. If you want to be in business, you have to have good credit, period. It doesn't have to be
in life. All the ways we are affected by credit in life. Insurance.
Exactly.
You can't even rent an apartment anymore.
I got somebody
is KP doing?
Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to y'all now. I'm here. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I had to unmute the mic. My bad. So IG asked a question to y'all. So they said, so what do I do if my credit card? What do I do if I have a business credit card closed on my account?
Why is it closed?
Right.
No. So my question. So what's interesting is usually instead of giving them an answer, I got to ask more questions. So when somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, Ashley, I want to establish what is."
So the reason why she needs to ask more questions, guys, is because business credit does not work the same way that personal credit does. With personal credit, we have consumer laws that are able to protect us. So if we have like a reporting error or something like that, we have these consumer laws that can back up for personal credit. For business credit, it ain't the same thing. So a derogatory will last for, and it's, like Ashley has said on multiple occasions, it remains on your permanent record. There is nobody, and if they choose,
yes,
yeah, forever. So if they choose, if you can go and file disputes and do all of that stuff, but they literally can say, yeah, we don't care. This is what was reported to us. And that's it. There is nothing to protect you. This is why when you are in the opportunity or you have the opportunity with good credit to PG items and stuff, this is why you have to have a plan of action. This is why you have to have some type of plan. What I'm obtaining this business credit or this business loan or this MCA with, this is my, estimated ROI period. Like, this is my, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have a destination and something to do with that. You can't just, I'm going to get a business credit card and then, I'm going to go and live a lavish life, because you get derogatory marks for business credit. It ain't happening. When I'm speaking to you because I've seen this firsthand with a personal, not with a business credit client of mine. They had late payments and everything that they had, and these were on the net 30 accounts. They missed it everybody said there's a deposit. Now there's a deposit. Now, instead of doing all of these things, and because you did PG, and because they didn't attach their name or PG, it's indefinite. If your name is attached to it, it's PG, whether you think it is or not, it's going to remain attached to you forever.
Yeah.
Your information is right. So I mean, even if you go and change a new business, like you're taking chances at shooting yourself in the foot by not staying on top of your bills, by not putting this stuff. And I know some people, when it comes to personal credit, people are like, oh, auto pay, I'm not doing it. Put it on auto pay for business. If you don't take anything else from this live, put your business stuff on auto pay, because your social security number, and if you can try and play with these bureaus if you want to, these are not the same thing as personal credit, y'all. So
hey, he wrote again while you were talking. He said it was a personal credit account. Sorry, I didn't like the way they operated. So I'm guessing he closed it. Now I don't think it was derogatory. He didn't.
that
was derogatory.
If it's a personal credit card, it's not on his business.
Yeah, that. Well, either way, it was good game that they gave y'all. It just didn't apply to his question.
Sure.
And it happens. We get that. It happens.
That I want to say is we have LLCs. We pay for the LLCs. This is our name, right? Right? Like some of us, we brand LLC. Business credit was not created for startups. Gotten all y'all thinking that buy the toilet paper, you can circumvent a bunch of buying toilet paper in 2022 is literally going to destroy businesses. After your late payments, that stays on your LLC. If you can't clean that up, that is attached forever. If you dissolve that LLC and create a new LLC and you funding, when they do a background check, it's going to show that you have a form of faults and bad credit, business credit. So you're going to get got. You cannot spending thousands of dollars to establish business credit to avoid personal credit back and bite you. Instead of spending $2,500 on business credit, these gurus are simply lying to you and misguiding you. When I have helped 17,000 clients. That's not even that I've gotten in my career. So let's just say it's 20,000, even though it's more. I have 20,000 applications. No lender about your paydex or your duns, except for one. No other program will look at that. So when I post these facts on this, well, that's because it's public record. Public record. We ask for your website, that's public record. We ask for your personal. Stop thinking this crazy stuff. Not one cares about your paydex score unless it's for invoice factoring or it. Not one lender is asking about your damn paydex score. Take a look at it. Lines of credit will look at it, and equipment will look at it. Will look established. But if it's not established, they just keep it moving. So you're being completely misled. Your personal, you know what is the first factor always looked at. And if you don't pass the first factor, the rest don't matter. That's simple. I don't know how else to put it. And I don't care how many people want to call me ugly or whatever. It doesn't make that the fact isn't a fact. It's a fact. You go into your bank. You go into the credit union. They're going to hard pull. You go to the SBA. They're going to hard pull. You go to all, and then some of them still hard pull. It's going to happen.
All right.
Yeah, for it.
I think we had one for Sharnice. This question here. That question was for the credit repair side. Answer that. Consumer law versus Metro 2 for personal credit repair. Why? And I
What's
know
the-
I already know your answer. I just had to ask it.
Did you see the look on her face? She's like,
So consumer law versus Metro 2 for personal credit. Do I want to fancify it or something? I don't use software, you guys, at all. Don't use Metro 2 anymore. Not that it's not good. I think that knowing consumer law that actually for credit repair, not the stuff that people are telling you that, oh, you can get out of debt, you can remove it. They're using, look, let me tell you something. When people say consumer law, I roll my eyes hardcore, because a lot of people are getting really bad information and saying, well, I saw one of my mentees sent me a screenshot of somebody who was like quoting you 15 UFC. And I said, what, Ultimate Fighting Challenge? Like, and he was like, well, these are people they're saying that they're gurus. And I screamed on the inside. So when you're saying consumer law, you can only be talking about two things. It's literally FCRA, the FDCPA. Anything outside of that, people are misusing and distorting the laws, and it's going to get you, not them, in trouble if any of these companies decide to fight back. Consumer law was written to protect consumers. So you don't have to distort it. You don't have to deter. You don't have to deflect. You don't have to do anything. If you want to argue a late payment, take all of your bills, every last one of them off. Oh God, I cannot take it off of paperless. Because paperless, you can go in. It actually has a system. She can go in and tell you that, oh, this person got my email, so this person received, documentation, and that the 21 days. And look, that's too much to go. I'm not even going to do that on this live. The consumer law is written to protect you. Stop trying to distort it. I use factual disputing personally. It's my personal favorite because if you have everything sequenced correctly and you have everything documented correctly, you can sue. I'm all about suing credit bureaus. I'm talking about suing, I've sued debt collectors and things like that or whatever. So I'm not going to, for me personally and for my clients, I'm going to do what's in the best interest of them. And in the best interest for a lot of people is to get paid when there are actual violations. So to the question, I won't use either one. And even when I'm doing factual, I don't use laws in there because what I'm noticing is, especially with COVID, everybody wanted to get super credit savvy. So they started taking these consumer laws that did not apply to their situation and using it in their situation. And then the credit bureau started doing what? They started sending stall tactics. And so everybody's getting this letter. Oh, the credit bureaus are telling y'all, like, we don't believe that this is you because you're quoting consumer laws that don't apply to the situation. Who would do that? A business would. So if I, with absolute no knowledge of the law, and I go and I say, this is an error on my credit report, I'm going to look at the error on my credit report. I'm looking for errors, not whether it's reporting, can it report or something like that. I'm looking for actual errors, and then I dispute whatever the error is. And then if they come back and with my eyeballs, I can tell you that it's an error, and they tell me that it's verified, I'm suing.
Cool.
Wow.
This one, anybody can answer this one. It says, so fix your personal credit first and then work on your business credit. So I'm gonna say no, and the reason why I'm gonna say no is because you can do them at the same time. You don't have to just do personal and then do business. You can literally build them simultaneously.
You can do lines of credit, and that if the intent is to ultimately, what's your goal? You know what I mean? Ashley might have a little bit.
Thing. Anytime I see somebody say, I want to work, what is your goal with business credit? Question that ever needs, anytime someone mentions business credit. So Morgan, answer us. What is your business credit? Because I guarantee you're going to say one of two things, and neither one of them needs your business credit. Nobody needs to work on their business credits. So, Morgan, what business credit? And then I can tell you what's up, because most people have loans and lines of credit. Well, you have to work on your business credit for that.
When she writes it out, I'll pop it up. This was in reference to Shanice when you said something about paperless. I'm glad you said that I was gonna go paperless this year because I have a hoard of paperwork. So when Morgan comes back with the answer to that, we'll double back. What we got left? I mean, our questions are pretty. Look, they going crazy. Well, we even got to ask our questions. But my next question is, how do I get an EI only loan? This is, and before you answer, I want everybody to understand. We are not committing fraud. We are not starting LLCs to do this method. We're not just trying to go and grab cash. The method she's about to explain is for established businesses that already have cash flow. So I wanted to throw that disclaimer out there. I'm sure Ash gonna touch on her. She be going crazy in her lives. I know she gonna go crazy. I just wanted to put the disclaimer out there so y'all not getting y'all pen and paper ready to scam, okay?
Yeah, well, so first and foremost, you bought an LLC, you have an EIN, you got your business bank account, threw up some social medias. What's your business? You don't have a business. You got paperwork. Having an LLC and an EIN and a business bank account does not mean you have a business. LLC, you got an EIN, and you put up a website. That is not a business. You have the open multiple LLCs and then do this and then do that and then money laundering, all these hacks that are completely illegal banking activity, right? The thing is, loans and lines of credit, you must have financials. You need to have sales. You need to have established consistency. So we have the gurus now. They're like, only separate your business, EIN only. People come to me, hey, Ashley, I want an EIN only. They don't exist. Cool story, bro. They don't exist. They don't. There's no EIN only loan. I saw an individual the other day posting about BMO offer, and it said minimum credit score required, blah, blah, blah. I messaged a dude. I said, that's not an EIN only. What they're saying, yeah, they're lying. They're deceiving you. That's what people do. EIN only does now. There is one program, one funding program that the business owner, Sharnice is my client. I am paying business to business, and I paid via in. So I am on a know about Net 30 account. So let's say I do a commercial cleaning business. Okay, I owns the building. Okay, I get a Net 30 invoice for $20,000 money up front. I can do something called invoice factoring. So I can get I get a percentage of that invoice up front. The way that it deems Sharnice's business credit is strong enough. It is the only program that is important, where it's looked at, where it's requested, where it's pulled, where it's viewed. If your client, if your customer doesn't have good enough business credit, you can't get the invoice factor. It has nothing to do with your business credit. It has to do with your customers. So if you go, hey, it does not exist, stop believing these people. MCAs are not EIN only. They check a number. Okay? EIN only does not exist unless, I even am scared to say this, unless you're making millions upon millions of dollars. I'm so sick of people saying, oh, I own $1 million business. Bro, you don't run $1 million business. You run a $40K a year business. Stop lying to people. I see your
right.
So all these people talking about EIN only loans, they don't exist. The Turo card and what about this and what about that? Those aren't even business credit cards. Those aren't even what you think they are. And they're based on revenue to be a real business.
Mhm.
So anyone looking for an EIN only loan, you're going to be looking, and the ones that you do find, they're scamming you, frauding you, misleading you. And again, I want to say this: if you're being asked for your social security number, or you think, hey, that does not mean you're not PGing it. I get so sick of that. You signed your name on a document. They will come after you if you default. They're absolutely coming after you. I don't know why you think they're after you. I want to need to purchase flying bike. They're developing in Houston. I have a place in. So equipment, you don't necessarily need. So if you would get equipment financing if you qualify. Again, your business credit won't matter as yet. If you're looking to try to go to like Alley and get a commercial, which a flying bike is quite interesting. Is it a bike with wings? I want to yeah, that you don't need business credit to establish business credit for that. Like that's the thing is people want to talk about establishing business credit. If you have a good mix of tiers, and the good mix of tiers helps you get larger credit PGing it. So all this stuff that you're being taught to spend hundreds of dollars, make sure you put in a qualified order for 3 months and they will score. You don't really need all that. You don't. If you want business credit cards, have good solid personal credit cards. It's that simple. That's y'all are looking for loopholes and fast lane personal credit that puts you to the front of the line every time. You guys are like working way too hard for a goal that you won't even accomplish at the end. No, they have a prototype already. It hover. The thing about you buying any type of prototype, depending on is there will probably be some restrictions. So it would be better for you to look at a non-funding program. That's why working with an expert like me makes sense. So with something like that, that's pretty unique. Equipment financing most likely won't work because it's a prototype. It hasn't been proven. So it's very, very, very high risk. A funding product like a term loan that we offer without restriction to get that credit, it doesn't matter. Also in startup loans, your business credit doesn't matter. Your business credit just doesn't matter. Yeah, there's not really a anything that doesn't come with restrictions.
No, I think she was referring when you were telling people not to look for loopholes, and that's excuse me. It's important that you say that because I was a victim of this way back when I first started. When we don't know, we just want to get the money. We're trying to find the fastest way, the fastest way to get access to $20,000, the fastest way to get $50,000, like with absolutely no game plan. 3 years ago, if somebody told me they can give me $50,000 in 30 days, I would have believed them. I would have just been like, "Oh, how much does it cost? $1,500? Cool. Here, take my money. Let's get, give me $50,000." Not realizing that it's a whole process. 5 years ago, my credit score was in the 400s. There is a 0% chance that any lender, anywhere, I don't care, you could be the worst lender in the history of lenders, they're not lending me $50K with the 400 credit score.
Yeah, not $50K. But Vader will throw you about $5K.
And that's crazy. But it's crazy because them predatory loans, they're a real thing. And unless they get caught, a lot of us, and I've been fortunate to not fall into that trap, but a lot of people can fall under the predatory loans and don't realize it. Now your credit is messed up from something that was illegal to begin with, and you don't have the money to pay for an attorney, so you just can't fix it. Now you're living with bad credit from something that was illegal.
They sue the crap out of you. They'll put a business tax lien. They'll freeze up your bank accounts. They will take money out of the because they are allowed, and you pay extra fees because you defaulted. There's a default fee. There's a disconnect. There's a daily overdraft. Like when your payments get kicked back, you might imagine owing like 4,500, and then the next day it's like 12 grand. Boom, they just got you. And what's really worse, even than MCAs, is funding companies that are on native soil. The native, because they're protected by different laws, they're able to they're in the like 207%, and it's allowed.
207%.
Yeah. Do you remember it was a person that got like a $200 loan or something, and it was like showing all the payments? Oh my gosh, how is that even legal? And I looked at the company, and I was like, that's because they're on a reservation. The
That's
rules
crazy.
totally rules don't apply. American.
That's giving me ideas for the academy, because half of the ownership is native.
51%, bro. Stop it. Not no. Y'all don't listen to him. He is a lot. Like, we ain't going.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
$dollar loan, you will only have to pay us back.
Like, that's crazy. Wow.
All right, so let's get. We got a couple more. I know Shanice has to go. Well, this can be the last one because we're at the hour mark, and
I'm ready to tap out now because I got like literally 1 minute. So
go ahead. I'll ask it. Ashley can answer it.
Pleasure having you on. I wish I could stay to the end, but I got a money meeting.
You gotta go where the money's at.
Goodbye.
Exactly. Bye, you guys.
All right, so the
Yeah,
last
bro.
one was does my industry matter when it comes to getting funding or credit? Does my industry matter?
So it does. And you know, everyone's talking about structuring and funding, but here's the deal. Unfortunately, a lot of people are telling you to structure your business in something that it's not. A car lot, you can't be structured under a consulting. That's going to come up. It's going to be a reason why structuring is important. Number one, they say to not use your personal. Say it's for protection. Actually, not why. The reason why you should, because home-based businesses are high risk, and a lot of lenders will not lend. As if you look at applications, it actually asks if you're home-based. If you do not tell a lender up front, and let's say you get a pre-approval, when they go into underwriting base, it could actually increase your risk score so high that it leads to a decline. So there are certain businesses that are restricted by most lenders. You know, the Canna, you know what industry, right. That's restricted. Anything financial, insurance, my company, credit repair, business code as a consulting. Why? Well, because literally, if you're banking with stuff to do with banking, you're restricted. You're in competition. They will shut down your bank account. Depending on what you do, some programs won't qualify. So credit. Well, lines of credit are extremely hard to get if you have a logistics company or a financial, most likely won't qualify because of the requirement.
Oh shit! Did she freeze? I think she froze, y'all. So to recap, because we are getting ready to wrap up. The industry does matter. Depending on what industry you're in, it matters the type of loan that you can apply for, and it also matters with the application. So like what she was saying was, if I'm in credit repair and I do consulting, I'm not going to go apply for an equipment loan. I don't need equipment. You know, I guess, let me see, Morgan, she was thinking she needed an equipment loan, but it didn't, after Ashley broke it down, it didn't sound that way. That's more of an investment that you're trying to make instead, and not necessarily purchasing equipment. So understanding your industry and understanding the things that your industry typically buys. I mean, I've never heard of I mean, I guess if in credit repair, if I was, let's say I was leasing a building and I wanted to purchase 10 computers and 15 printers and I had an actual reason for equipment, then yes, an equipment loan could possibly be possible. But even still, me being in credit repair, that would red flag whatever company was lending it to me. So it's so many different factors in all of that stuff.
Gotta be better to get like a Best Buy business credit card or personal credit card and buy it there 18, 24 months. But yeah, your industry matters, and it matters even deeper than the structure. But also at the same time, what's on your website and what's on your social media is that something at any point in time, a lender or your merchant processor or your payment processor can go to do an audit, and you can get suspended because oh, you say that you're a consultant, but that's a lot of things that people don't realize happen that get them shut down.
All right. Morgan got one more before we go.
Okay.
She said, I have a press-on nail business. I make health and wellness products. I just know the space is travel in the next bit. So those seem like two separate things, don't they?
Every is different. So many people are putting multiple businesses under one LLC, commingling funds. If you're making money from a nail business, now the nail and wellness product, so your nail business and your health and wellness products are two different things.
Oh, okay? She said they are.
You have a nail. Okay, so as long as they're separate, they're good, but they all need their own bank accounts as well. Their own EINs, their own websites, and their own bank accounts, and their own website.
So the mic was giving me kickback.
Yeah, like, ooh, that's my.
But to touch on what you just said, having multiple businesses is also a benefit, because if your personal credit is structured properly, guess what? That's more money. Yeah. You know, I have 3 businesses. You know, my credit score is over 750. So if I decide, hey, you know what? I want to go get a credit card for all 3 of my businesses, and I'm going to PG all 3 of them. That's instead of going in the bank for one business and getting 25K, I'll go in one bank and leave out with 75K. Obviously, you know, I need to use it appropriately and do the right things, but now I have access to more money. You know, at the end of the day, it's still money that I'm using for my business responsibly. Please understand what I'm saying to you guys. I'm not just saying, oh, I got all this money, let me go crazy. You're using it responsibly to grow your businesses, you know. Yep. I have an accountant. She definitely takes care of me. She makes sure that all the funds are accounted for, money's profits and all the things like that. So for me, it's a lot easier.
Dating KP, all the cool loopholes where you go to prison eventually. Oh,
hey,
man.
Look, it's crazy because they really don't know. Wait, it says, God, I'm texting the mentor. Oh, yeah. Text mentorship to the number, man. We'll take care of you. And the good thing is, Ashley, the Lone Wolf, we just recently established an affiliate partnership. So within the academy, we haven't built it out yet, but we will be offering both personal and business funding for our mentees. So more power to the networking. And that's why we do these Wake Up Wednesdays. It's not only for us. It's not just for our guest speakers. It's for you all. We want to be able to offer you everything. Things that the academy doesn't offer, we will find ways to get it to you through affiliate networking. And affiliate partnerships is what grows businesses. You know, if our community goes to her and her community comes to us, guess what? We both just double. We're not taking from each other's plate. We are literally both growing our businesses and simultaneously helping our communities by networking and affiliating. So look out for that, y'all. If you need funding to get in, we can get you. If once you get in and you need funding to grow, we also can get you. So I guess that's it. Ash, appreciate you, man. You spitting fire. I know we had some technical difficulties earlier, and it's crazy because I swear when you go live on your phone, it's clear cut. It's always clear. I don't chop nothing. So for you to be choppy, it was like, they didn't want you to be great today. That's all it was.
So great. mad they didn't succeed. So thank you so much for having me on. Next time we'll do it.
Oh, for sure. And also, so something to add, and I haven't asked you yet, but within the mentorship, now that we have this affiliate partnership, we will have you double back for the mentees. But it'll be more in depth. So that's the one where, you know, I know you were holding back a little bit, but that's the one where we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna give them the step by steps. We're gonna get people funded 50K, 100K, and making sure that it's done right. You know, once we set them up for success, boom, that's you knocking them down. So again, appreciate you for showing up. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everybody that tunes in every week. We love you guys. Appreciate you guys for contributing to our podcast. And we see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.